Hello, Earthlandians, people of the heart. Welcome to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles. There was a big celebration here yesterday for Barbara Young celebrating her 90 years on the planet with her family. And I can still feel the energy now, the love that was in the room, and the beauty that was shared. Today, I want to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It is the day that his birthday is celebrated here in America. His birthday is actually January 15th. And I think he'd be about 97 today. But he came on this earth at a very turbulent time when injustice was rampant, and he showed incredible courage to say, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. It was in 1963, in August, that he had a speech in Washington, and over 250,000 people came to that speech, which is now famous. But before that speech, he did many things to assist humanity in recognition of everyone being the same, regardless of their color or their financial standing. In that speech, he talked about having a dream. And I'm just going to share a couple phrases that he spoke in that speech. He said, I look to a day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. He then said, I have a dream that one day the state of Alabama will be transformed into a situation where little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and little white girls and walk together as sisters and brothers. He said, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. He had written a speech, but as he stood on the podium and spoke, Mahalia Jackson, a great gospel singer who was sitting there with him, said to him, tell him about the dream, Martin. Tell him about the dream. And he put his papers down and he started saying, I have a dream. He had spoke those words before, but on that day, they were magnified. And less than 5 years later, he was killed. He also said on that day, I've been to the top of the mountaintop. I've seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. I might not get there with you, but I've seen it. And I can say, thank you, Martin, for your courage, for your determination to continue in the face of everything. And I know that where you went after that day in April of 1968, these words I'm about to read, you begin to live. Happy birthday. Who we truly are, simply indescribable. No matter how far we go, it will always fall short of who we truly are. Who we truly are is beyond perfection. So even if we reach perfection, it will be less than who we truly are. It matters not if you feel this within you in this physical incarnation of yourself, but who you truly are will always be simply indescribable. And one day you will know it as clearly and as real as I am saying it today. We are now at this moment in a massive transition to arrive at this level of awareness. So be gentle with yourself as you continue to move forward. These roles and stories that we have been playing out within our incarnations are amazing. Heroes, warriors, masters, and angels, they all bring us great satisfaction, great joy, and jubilation. But we are far older than these recent incarnations or any incarnation within form. Even as I see the new Earthlandia and the Earthlandians, the people of the heart, I know that it is still only a small portion of who and what I am. It is simply an expression of the one consciousness expressing itself through me. It's what I've been given, what I have been shown for this moment in what is called time. I have a dream, and only I may be able to see it. But all that matters is that I can know the real me, the true me, the me that I can feel inside this body, outside this body, and in all space and time. The me that is simply indescribable, the me that is flowing like water from the wellspring of creation, living water that has no attachment to any outcome, no agenda, no plan, just hovering over all that is, opposing nothing, and in harmony with everything. We could walk through life with this awareness, but we choose to have a story, to have a plan, to have a destination, to experience being the hero and the warrior and the lover and the hater, the judge and the jury, the king and the peasant. But these things, these concepts, these stories, and these creations, like our body, are just the coat, the outer garment that we wear. The purpose, the mission, all just the coat worn by a being that cannot be fathomed, who cannot be comprehended, that is simply indescribable. Now lay back in the river of this knowing, for it is the foundation that supports your life on the playground that I now call Earthlandia, home of the Earthlandians, the people of the heart. A species who will have discovered for themselves what I have just said, a species who will know who they really are, giving them the ability to love fully from the heart without conditions. And of course, we will wear that coat for a while until we choose to wear a different one once again. For everything is simply a garment that we wear to cover what is simply indescribable, allowing us to play the role that we have chosen to play. That's why in the end, it doesn't matter if the money comes or if it doesn't, but it will. Or if the health comes or if it doesn't, but it will. Or if anything comes. For if you can discover your essence, that ancient vibration, that field of unlimited magnificence, you will discover the all of the all. And you will see the game and the play within even your spiritual awakening, within your purpose for being here, within your desire to be enlightened. If you can step back from the story for just a minute, you will begin to notice that humanity is moving towards a singular unity, no longer separated by any concepts, which includes those of the spirit. All systems of hierarchy and separation of any kind are being shattered right in front of our faces. The enmity between each of us and the awareness of our differences is being replaced by a new unity and a clear awareness of how we are all the same. I've listened to people on the internet and I've read books where people are sharing information from when they tuned into ancient times. They'll say they remember coming to Earth 1 million years ago from the Lyran star system or Sirius or Pleiades, and they know it just as clearly as they know that they are the son and daughter of their human parents in this incarnation. There are some who can look back billions of years in the past and see how you were in a far off star system as a simple piece of consciousness, like a single cell organism that was there to learn to love. Then seeing another incarnation 100 million years later as a feline being in the Lyran star system. This is obviously way, way before this current year of 2026, and yet we think that this is all that we are. The we that are here now, who are simply playing a part, are learning something that is necessary to go where they can experience more of themselves and the infinite nature of their creator. It's all designed for you to grow. And when you are ready, you will most certainly grow. What is on the horizon and what is always coming is the next thing to provide us with an opportunity for this growth. What comes and the opportunity that it presents has no bearing on who or what we truly are. That has always been and can never change. The only thing that changes is your experience of that you that never changes. As I said, when you are ready, and ready means when you know more of who you truly are, you will be ready to experience that more of who you are. Know that this is because of the lightness in our being that we are changing how we see each other and how we interact with each other. There is no right way, no one way, nothing really to fight about. And as the lightness of it all takes over, awareness grows by leaps and bounds, and remembrance explodes within each one, thus allowing us to marvel at how far this species, the human being, has come, and the width, breadth, and depth of a journey of many thousands of years and more. Under this awareness, separation dissolves and unity is felt in more and more of our lives. We are the species called human beings. At the surface level of our being, we all disagree with each other. But at the awakened level of our being, we are all the same, sons and daughters of a divine intelligence, an energy, a creator, a source that gave us a body and a brain that operates 1,000,000 times faster and 1,000,000 times more brilliantly than any computer or AI that has ever been or that ever will be. for it is carved out of that divine intelligence, like the great statues of Michelangelo were carved out of the marble. We have been given all power to create in this physical world as creator through the power of that divine intelligence that we are as sons and daughters a part of. And so the light of that divine intelligence is here on earth, and it is shining through you. No matter what it looks like, no matter how bad they are making it look, the light of that divine intelligence is here, and it is shining through you. People are changing in such dramatic ways now. People are remembering who they truly are. People who had been annoyed by you are suddenly changing and receiving you, and vice versa. Family members are letting go of grudges and judgments. Strangers are loving one another without conditions, and peace is being brokered throughout the world. Can you imagine? Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join me and the world will be as one. Can you imagine no possessions? I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, Martin Luther King, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Soon we will have enough of the game of politics. The back and forth and the divisiveness will no longer be needed. It will have served its purpose to allow people to see that they had to learn how to see past the reaction trap. The trap to keep you in the game of seeing yourself as just a human. But it will just disappear from each one's reality without fanfare and without a fight. It's one of those things that annoys you that you will out of nowhere have no effect on your reality. And so it will just disappear into the background, still yelling and screaming at the few people who still need to react until they too simply walk away. So just keep dreaming. It is the dream of the one who knows who they truly are that created this reality. I have a dream that one day you fill in the rest. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, if just for today, maybe tomorrow the good Lord will show you the way. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream comes true. Dream on, dream on, dream on. Dream until your dream comes true. Love magic, and laughter, but mostly laughter. Thank you for joining me today. I leave you with a smile. Now you know who you truly are, simply indescribable. Dream on. I am David.